Yes, I went with the Kansas City Chiefs. Don't really know why, but I wanted them. All your players are scouted. You got to have them throughout the year. You really enjoy doing that part. Really kind of look towards who you have for players. I like the player role situation they got going on. Kind of cool how they change the menus as you're going through your franchise. You get to see the standings and pretty cool end of the year. I mean, look at that. The Colts up on the top, Chargers on the top. Peyton Hillis leading the league in rushing. But I really like the enablement to run through the menus. You know, it's kind of cool how they changed it up a little. I don't like how the player's name, look how the player's picture moves down with the player. Oh my God, it's so aggravating. For like 30 years, Madden's done it the opposite way. They've leave the player and everything up top. But A.J. Green, a wide receiver rookie, leading the league in receptions this year. Not too bad. Going into my own team personal stats, pretty decent year. Matt Cassell. I don't know. You know, the traits are good because your player changes its rating throughout the year if he's doing good or bad. Wonderful part of the franchise. If you have injured players, you can put them on injured reserve. That way you can open up a roster slot. Really cool to see how all the teams in the league, they make adjustments and have transactions all the way through the year, every week. It's kind of neat. Look at this, the Super Bowl, Colts versus the Falcons, and I'm not even going to tell you who won. I'm going to let you pick who won. Who do you think won? Who do you think's going to win it? Colts, Falcons? The Colts won it. Pretty cool. Progression happens at the end of the year. Not every 6 weeks like I had hoped. Of course, check in the link in the description for the video of all my old franchise videos and all the stuff that I was hoping on my wish list, see if I was right or wrong. You can change your teams at the end of the year. Wonderful feature they brought back from way back in ’06. I did a video on it, and they listened to me finally. Your coaches give you a benefit and a negative, a positive and a negative. I went and signed a coach that only had a positive. That way I didn't get any negative at all. Which is kind of cool, you know, up on the top there, like the bonuses and stuff. That's kind of a neat aspect of the game. I also noticed that when I was going to pick a team, the created team or change a team, that you can actually all the teams are rated pretty close to each other, which is pretty cool. You got to get your stadium upgrades. You got to have a 3D Jumbotron for your fans, otherwise they'll never watch you. You want to make sure that you go in your menu and make sure you user control everything. That way your computer doesn't draft for you or do anything weird. You can always sign, you know, new stadium names. I'm gonna go with the muffler guy. What do you think? I have no idea what's happening right now. I just seen this and I wanted to put it out there because that's what I'm doing in this video. I'm putting a complete year, all the things I've seen, and some weird things and some good things, projecting draft picks, which is kind of cool. You have your retirements. The menus really were different, but look at this, player roles for everybody in the NFL if they need them. My player progression looked out pretty good. Look at that. Charles only progressed 1 overall. That's kind of funny. Thomas Jones retired. That's kind of neat. But here's the retirements in the NFL after year 1, just in case you're wondering. A lot of people like to see that, like Brett Favre retired, you know, last year, and it's kind of cool not to actually have him on this because every Madden game in the world, that's what would happen. Free agency seemed really kind of... re-signing was kind of easy. Usually you have no idea how much money they want. What I did is I decided to go with all the years. You know, just add another year to it. Combine scouting, which is... there's a bunch of like scouting stuff. This is how you scout to find out what you're going to get in the draft. It was kind of weird, you know, but it kind of goes on as we talk. But here's the funnest thing. Free agency bidding. I wasn't sure if it was going to be fun or not. A little trick on PlayStation, hit triangle, or on Xbox, hit Y. You look at your active roster, and it actually pauses the timer for everything. And they'll probably fix it by the time the game comes out. But that was kind of a neat thing. You do that, then you look through, and you look at all the players you want, and you basically press X, or select the player, and then your team places a bid automatically. But as you can see, all the teams are constantly bidding on the same players, and it's really fast. 1 minute and 50 seconds was the bid for everybody. And look at this, was just my bids right here. And if you get any more than like 10 people, it's like crazy. And I'm trying to get my guys, and I'm trying to like hold on to them, and everybody else is taking them. Like San Francisco's trying to take Rogers Cromartie, and I'm grabbing them. But you got to wait till the last second, because at the last second, look at this. Look at Matt Hasselbeck. Look at how many times he's changing right here. You got Seattle, KC. I tried to sign him and just to kind of see what would happen, but you know, it's crazy. Oakland. You have all these different teams going after him. Right at the last second, they changed it. Who's he going to go to? Who's going to pick up Hasselbeck? And Detroit got it. See, so it's crazy. Right at the last second, you get another 7 seconds to rebid. But what's crazy is after you bid for your players, you actually have to sign them to a contract, but you either do a front-loaded, evenly distributed, or a back-loaded contract, which I thought that was pretty neat that you get to choose that. No matter what, you have to sign them, but you get to do that. Pro Days is just another way of calling this basically scouting. It's kind of aggravating. I'll talk about it in the draft when that comes up, but scouting is everything in this game. If you like the draft, you pay attention to scouting all year long. You make sure you find out who you need and do not mess around. Scout them all the time. As you can see, all these players are actually real pictures, which is kind of a neat thing that I've never seen before. These players have real pictures, so it's not real people. It's just generated real pictures, which is kind of cool. Individual workouts is 5. You get to unlock all the ratings of 5 people. So choose wisely. Choose wisely. 5 people. Look, I got overall ratings on everybody. Jumping into the draft, I wanted to get this guy. I wanted to trade. I wanted to just see, oh, we got the Lions on first pick. Who's the Lions going to take on the first pick? As you can see over to my right, I don't have any, like all the other Maddens, you got to see like kind of like a rating of what they were and what, like, if they were fast or not, and that's not available. That's why scouting is everything. Scouting is absolutely everything. I tried to trade away a first-round pick, a second-round pick of this year's draft, and a first-round pick in next year's draft, and they wouldn't even take it. So it's kind of aggravating. Rookie signing was kind of cool. I wasn't too happy with rookie signing. As you can see, there's a new salary cap to that, which is kind of nice. I took off the cap if you noticed that, but signing a rookie, taking on years, unloading years, undrafted players become free agents, which is really neat. That way, every player in the draft goes into free agency. You can check out your draft grades. You can check out the draft status, which is always neat. You never want to bypass that because it's always good to see how good you do. And I don't know what it is, but I always fail. I always fail according to draft grades, but somehow, in some way, I always get what I want. But I don't know. Back in 06, they used to like boo you and cheer you if you got a good player. And plus, they actually helped you draft people. Like, I don't really like this series. I don't really like how it's going with the draft. I don't like the scouting. It's just not nice. I don't understand. But anyways, this is how you get your 75-man roster at the beginning of the year. Everybody invites undrafted rookie free agents because you'll start a franchise and all of a sudden you have players. And where do they come from? Every year it does this. That way, if you're not like full on your depth chart, this is kind of cool. The only problem is it does it automatically. You don't get to decide who it is. It automatically puts people in. So if you only had like 2 halfbacks, it'll give you like 2 of them. And if you only have, it gave me another quarterback to take a look at. It gave me another couple of halfbacks to take a look at. And all those ratings will not be unlocked until the end of preseason. Now, of course, I had that many wide receivers, so they did not automatically add on to me a wide receiver, which is kind of nice. But coming down to the end of this, folks, this is a 1-year walkthrough franchise mode. I'm happy. It's a blast. I gotta leave now so I can go play my games. Please rate, comment, subscribe. Check out all the links in the description to this video underneath, and you can see all my Madden 12 videos and